It's the e-commerce minute, your daily dose of e-commerce, tech, and retail news with your hosts Bart Mraz and John Suter. The e-commerce minute is a production of Sumo Heavy, a digital commerce consulting firm in Brooklyn, New York, and Philadelphia. Find us on the web at sumoheavy.com. This episode of the e-commerce minute is brought to you by SendPro Online from Pitney Bowes. SendPro Online is software that makes it easy to save time and money, no matter what you ship or mail. Print shipping labels and stamps right from your desk and access discounted rates. E-commerce Minute listeners can try for free for 30 days and get a free 10-pound scale when you visit pb.com/minute. That's pb.com/minute. It's e-commerce Minute episode 441.
In today's episode, BigCommerce launches B2B e-commerce initiative.
We've all heard of B2B commerce, right? It's a big business. So big, in fact, that Forrester Consulting estimates that business-to-business e-commerce represents more than $1.1 trillion of business. And online buying already represents 12% of the total B2B sales, and that number is expected to grow by 10% a year for the next 5 years. Well, e-commerce platform BigCommerce is rolling out a new platform for business-to-business solutions for online merchants. It brings together services for wholesalers, manufacturers, and distributors to create a unified B2B e-commerce solution. Available immediately, BigCommerce for B2B is the result of a strategic alignment between BigCommerce and 6 industry-leading technology partners whose respective B2B solutions integrate with BigCommerce's open platform software as a service solution, create a unified B2B e-commerce solution for wholesalers, manufacturers, and distributors. The platform leverages features of its tech partners into a single suite. Among the partners are Approve, an end-to-end credit solution that automates credit terms to business buyers. Brightpearl, a retail operations platform that lets merchants manage financials, inventory, purchasing, fulfillment, warehousing, returns, and logistics. Nextopia, which uses machine learning to enhance B2B shopping with features such as personalized product recommendation engines and guided navigation. Punchout2Go, a managed service for B2B seller to integration operations for expense management and procurement by automating order processes. And ShipperHQ, an online storefront and shipping management system. BigCommerce will charge sellers a monthly fee that varies based on order volume, value, and tech support levels. That an e-commerce platform provider is attempting to expand in B2B world is not surprising, given that many B2B sellers are looking to add e-commerce portals or websites to complement their traditional ways of selling through sales reps, call centers, and electronic data interchange systems. BigCommerce's new B2B offering expands on its legacy B2B commerce software, whose clients include Berlin Packaging and Avery Dennison. The company recently secured $64 million in venture capital from partners including Goldman Sachs. It is betting on the increasing demand for self-service e-commerce buyers in B2B. BigCommerce, we haven't done any stories on them, I don't think.
No, because it always comes out as Shopify, and that's BigCommerce is making noise slowly, and they've been around for a while. They're pretty big, so it's a different variety of what Shopify does, but I think it's in my opinion, I think a lot more open than Shopify. But they've been doing good with B2B, so I think it's just this is more of a marketing play than anything else in my opinion.
So when we compare BigCommerce to Shopify is more plug and play, and you think BigCommerce is more open. I played with BigCommerce years ago, and it's drastically different than, say, setting up a Shopify store.
Yeah, I think you can do a lot more. So it's that in-between step. They're all going to kind of encroach on each other at some point, but BigCommerce it's been around for a bit.
What keeps developers away from BigCommerce?
I think it's more of, Shopify is what exploded on the scene, and they got in there, but plenty of developers do BigCommerce work and Shopify work, right? Depends how you look at it, right? We've done, I think, one side of BigCommerce. It hasn't really come up in our world, just because we tend to go a little more mid-tier type of things. It hasn't come up in a while, but I can see people using it for different things.
What is a typical customer for BigCommerce? Because I'm reading a lot about this, as we just said about the B2B business. That is not what you'd call small customers. What's keeping someone on BigCommerce versus Shopify or anything else? Is it price?
It's price, but it's not that pricey. B2B could be a small company too. A small manufacturers will do B2B, right? So they've been. I think you don't hear a lot more about BigCommerce because it's not like Shopify where you just kind of you can open a store and B2C type of thing. They're going for the B2B, the wholesale, like being that SaaS platform for, anything you want to do. So it's not as, it's not as plug and play as like you said, Shopify, but it's more extensible, but it's also not Magento where it's like huge ginormous thing. So it's like this
right.
fun in between, right?
Because what it sounds like with these tech partners, they are kind of going the Shopify route, saying, here are some solutions for the things that you want to do, and you can pick the ones that you want. These solutions that I listed in the article are just obviously more B2B focused, but do you think they're looking at the Shopify lead and going, you know what, maybe we need our platform to be more like, here, take these pieces and use this to build your store, as opposed to here's a blank slate, go have fun?
Yeah, I mean, it could be. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. It's one of those, we haven't played with it enough in a while, so it's one of those,
And they don't get a lot of buzz, so I don't see a lot of news about them. Not that I wasn't aware of them. And like I said, I did play with BigCommerce a couple of years ago, back when I was a person who would do such things. And I mean, you don't really hear about them. I think the companies that are getting a lot of buzz now, obviously Shopify, and we're going to do some stories about Square, Shopify, like more muscling into this lower to mid tier e-commerce platform thing. And it looks like BigCommerce is just kind of like, okay, here I am. We're still here.
Yep.
We're still here. So I don't know. Maybe this is just a PR thing, but we'll keep an eye on BigCommerce because, as I said, we haven't really done these stories on them. And I think that's unfair because they are a fairly big e-commerce platform. Bart, why don't you tell us about today's sponsor?
Are you paying too much to send out packages and letters? Would it be nice to have a solution that can give you the lowest rates? With Semper Online from Pitney Bowes, it's easy to save time and money no matter what you send, from packages to overnights to letters. Easy to compare USPS, UPS, FedEx rates, all in one online tool. Also gain access to special USPS savings for letters and priority mail. Print shipping labels and stamps from your own printer. Check all your shipments and get notification when they're arrived. Semper Online is only $14.99 a month. And for being an e-commerce minute listener, you can get a free 30-day trial to get started, plus a free 10-pound scale to help you accurately weigh your packages. Visit pb.com/minute to access this special offer. That's pb.com/minute. Experience the better way to ship with free trial of Sempro Online.
Excellent, sir. Do we have any closing thoughts?
Oh, there's a lot of these. I think overall, when it comes to the market of platforms, like even what we discussed yesterday, I think there's going to be like an interesting shakeout of, there's also room for new platforms, which is going to be interesting.
I'm seeing a lot of these smaller platforms, because here's the other thing that we didn't really address is, gone are the days when, you used to see those drag and drop web builders and everyone would go, tee-hee, that's cute. But these things are now robust enough where they could actually get somebody up and running. And, you look at Weebly, platforms like that. Where do you think they're going to stand against these platforms like BigCommerce, who may be a little bit too complicated, but, where was I going with this? Or maybe a little too complicated for Joe Average, but might say, I'll just go with Weebly or somebody else.
Yeah, I think exactly what you just said. I think that something like Wix or, the smaller things that you can just pop up 4 or 5 products, it's going to be that. Shopify's becoming bigger, BigCommerce becoming bigger. So it's good. They're going to up channel now. Especially with Magento being bought by Adobe, and that's going to go up channel too. I think that's where that's going to be an interesting opening. For somebody like Work Area, which just had their big humongous conference. So we'll see.
Yeah, that's a good point. So do you think that companies like BigCommerce are going, you use the phrase up channel, they're basically going to say, okay, Weebly, you guys who want to make stores for 10, 15, 20 SKUs, that's fine. You go do this. We're going to move upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the way
I think that's also too. Plus, the folks who led a lot of good stuff inside of these companies like Shopify, BigCommerce, Magento are leaving. So we'll see where they end up too.
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting time. And I would expect to see some acquisitions as always. All right. That's your e-commerce minute for today. We'll see you on the internet some more. That's it for today's show. If you like the show, do us a favor and subscribe or leave us a review on iTunes. And don't forget, you can now listen to the e-commerce minute on your Amazon device. Just add e-commerce minute to your flash briefing. And finally, if you have a comment or suggestion or just want to say hi, find us on social media @Sumo Heavy.